Good morning. Welcome to Trading Hour. I'm Reema Nandulkar. With me are Sonia Shenoy and Pavitra Parekh. And girls, it's been a strong start to the week, right? The Nifty, as we speak, has scaled at 18,100 mark. 250 points on the Nifty, while the Sensex has gained 850 points. We've snapped a three-day losing streak, and the up move today is aided by the strength seen in the global markets. US had a strong close on Friday, and it's followed it up with strength in the Asian market screen as well. All the sectoral indices are currently in the green, but the top honors goes to the Nifty IT Index, a rub-off from Nasdaq overnight. The Nifty IT Index 700-point rally, 2.5% up, and the other global denominated sector is metals, and that's doing well. The advanced decline ratio is healthy. We've got nearly 4 stocks in the green for 1 in the red. So let's just pull the advanced decline ratio. 2,200 stocks currently in the green. Some cues to track. We've been talking about the IT earnings, TCS today, but through the course of the week, the other IT heavyweights will be declaring their numbers. For India, the December CPI and the November IIP is on Thursday. And watch for the flows, because the FIs have sold in the cash market for 11 consecutive sessions as of Friday. And plus, you've got the US CPI on Thursday, and that will be the last big input into the Fed decision on the 31st of Jan to 1st of February. So that's going to be very important to track too. Hi.
Hi, morning. So lots of data hitting us, right? Starting today with the earnings season. So we got our hands full. But, you know, a couple of things. I'm just watching out for this 100-day moving average very closely. Now the Nifty has gotten above that, which is 17,900. But if we stay above that through the course of the day, then perhaps this pullback is something that can continue. That's the view that came in from a lot of the technical experts we spoke to earlier in the day. The global cues continue to be very strong. So even as we speak, Asian markets are surging. Hang Seng is up about 350 points. And the other big positive trigger for us is the fall in Brent crude. Now crude is down over 8% in the last 1 week and falling further. So that's, of course, positive for us. The 3 big Nifty gainers that I'm watching this morning, one is Bharti Airtel, where CLSA has raised their target price to 1,040. TCS, of course, we'll be talking more about that. It's up 3% ahead of its earnings. And M&M is also surging now, up almost 3%, 3.5%, 4%. The management is very confident of achieving the number 1 market share, being the number 1 market share player in the SUV segment. So more on that in a bit. But so much data coming through. We have an action-packed one hour.
Oh, absolutely. And like you were saying, the global cues are looking so positive. In fact, even the Dow futures up almost 100 points right now. So that will come up for you. If you take a look at what's happening on the sectoral index level, of course, IT is doing very well, but this is also after 2% cut that we saw on the index on Friday. So do keep that in mind. The metals pack adding on to the kind of trend that we've seen in the past few days. So a few of those names will be up for you. We got updates from Tata Steel, JSW Steel. So that entire pack is in focus. Reliance is also one of the bigger gainers. So that one is supporting the markets right now. And then you have, some of the new age companies. Paytm posted the updates. So that stock is up, but you have the likes of Zomato, Fino Payments Bank, all of these also faring pretty well today. On the downside, I mean, all sectoral indices are in the green, but you are still seeing a little bit of an underperformance from the Nifty bank. So that is going to be crucial to watch. And, perhaps a higher move on that is what could really spur the market higher as well. So that's what's happening on the market front. But let's now talk about these individual stocks which we were just mentioning. Paytm is up almost 4% on the back of their business update. So Surbhi is here with the details on this one. Surbhi, how's it looking?
Hi, thanks for that. So their Q3 update looks pretty good. The value of loans disbursed were up 36% sequentially at 9,958 crores. The number of loans disbursed were also up 11% at close to 1 crores versus 92 lakhs. The GMV was up 9% sequentially at 3.64 lakh crores. The monthly transacting users were up 6% at 8.5 crores versus 8 crores in the last quarter. And the total devices deployed was up 21% at 58 lakhs. Along with that, the Paytm Payment Bank also received RBI approval to appoint Sundar Chawla as the Managing Director and CEO for the next 3 years. Back to you.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, looks like all that glitters is not gold, because Titan is down about 1% post its update that has come through. But on the flip side, Kalyan Jewellers is doing pretty well. Mangalam is here to give us details on those numbers. Mangalam, over to you.
Well, it glitters, it is gold, but turns out that some is expensive, some perhaps not. So that's exactly what is playing out in the jewellery sector. If you just take a look at Titan, resilience is what the company has reported this time around. 12% growth in their overall sales. Store additions on a consolidated basis at around 111 odd. Let's take a look at their sectors. Jewelry business grew about 11% on a base of 37% growth last year. So that makes a 2-year CAGR of over 23.5%. And quarter on quarter as well, there was a growth of 24%. The company said that sales from studded jewelry actually outpaced the sales of gold jewelry. So that means margins were also better this time around, and they've added 22 new jewelry stores. Other businesses, that was the one that really stood out from Titan this time around. Watches grew by about 14%. Fashion, fragrance, as well as Taneira, which is ethnic wear, both of them grew anywhere between 40 to 150 odd percent. Eyewear grew at around 10%, and Carrot Lane, with a 75% studded ratio, grew at around 50 odd percent. But remember, Titan, not particularly cheap, over 60 times 1 year forward earnings, so as a result of which some profit booking on account of that. But on a much smaller base, Kalyan Jewellers went ahead and reported a revenue growth of 13% on a consolidated basis. Revenue growth for India has been 12%, and non-South markets recorded a much higher revenue growth. Gross margins for them as well grew sequentially, quarter as well as year on year, and they added 5 new Kalyan stores, all 5 of them in the non-South region. So that was one of the triggers for Kalyan Jewellers' growth in outside of their core markets of South India. That stock up 4% as we speak, because it trades at a sharp discount to Titan.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll talk commodities. Manisha Gupta joins us next.